Mo, we are 6 days into not knowing where LeBron James is going to play basketball in the 2026 season.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel?
I feel good because y'all are 6 days away from me telling y'all where the fuck I'm going. Because news to y'all, I'm leaving too. Y'all better pray he's in Chicago because otherwise I'm leaving. I might be moving to Cleveland. Who knows? I might be going to Orlando if he decides. I might be going to God knows where, but TBD, we'll see.
So you didn't follow him to Los Angeles, but you're going to follow him to wherever's next?
I couldn't. I had to establish my career, get a little money first, and then had to step out. You know what I'm saying?
Now you can be a professional.
Yeah.
Now you can be what's it called whenever people follow bands on the road?
A groupie?
Yeah, you can be a professional groupie now. You got the money to be a groupie.
What's that word called?
They held
groupie?
They held out their auditions not that long ago, and safe to say, I secured my spot.
You trying to get a clutch chain?
I feel good.
Yes.
I feel good, man. It's more than a chain. I just can't say it yet.
It's a
You know?
lifestyle.
Try to get tatted.
I signed NDAs, so
He's getting
can't say
branded.
Fat ass K right here.
You don't get a stamp.
It's the dumbest thing in the world.
Got a stamp, a tramp stamp,
Clutch
LBJ.
tramp stamp.
It's just LeBron's crown logo.
They're never letting you meet LeBron. You talking about clutch tramp stamp?
Hey man,
You're embarrassing the brand.
hey man. NDAs can't say too much yet. You'll see.
Well, how'd you guys see by the title? We're here today to talk about the biggest NBA free agency, well, really offseason in general, questions that we still have. The players that haven't been signed yet, the teams that are still incomplete, the rumors that haven't come to fruition yet, all the things that are still up in the air heading into week 2 of free agency. Today is actually the day that the moratorium ends, so moves will finally be executed and things might become more clear. Talk about everything that we want to see happen.
Let's lock in.
Cue the intro music. We're throwing it back.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
He was bragging. I mean,
The cranium is crazy. Oh my god. Crown eaters rejoice.
So before we get into our offseason questions that we still have, let's do a quick rundown of all the transactions that have happened since our last episode, the breaking news that's come on over the weekend. B-Souls, what is up first as the most pressing issue to talk about?
The first pressing issue we need to talk about is SGA's haircut. We got a pot about this. How do we
Okay.
feel about this one?
Let me know how you feel about it first. You go first.
I'm glad you brought this up. Yeah. How do you feel?
I like the old haircut, man. I'm not gonna lie. But this is clean though. This is clean.
Yeah, I expected he would have a couple more years at his peak with his old style, but I mean, we all knew this is coming. It literally has to come. His old hairstyle did cause a lot of stress to his edges and shit. That's what it just naturally does. So I get it, but so soon, damn.
Yeah, I think the interesting part about this is that Dylan Brooks also cut his hair off as well.
Yeah,
And so I thought that maybe it's a Canadian basketball thing because the Canadian team they're trying to qualify for the FIBA World Cup. So it's okay, you have your camaraderie. I do think legitimately this is kind of like a shift because we have the second half. One of my questions was halfway revolving around this of because he went into the World Cup saying oh, I want to play off ball. How committed is he actually to this new year, new me type of vibe? And I do think that locking in, cutting off your hair, it's a universal sign for I'm locking in.
Yeah.
I do think this is a different version of Shea.
Okay.
He might not be playing fair this year, is what I'm saying.
I saw OKC fans actually distraught about the aura loss of their star.
really.
I saw the most hilarious discourse where they're actually down bad and analytically analyzing what this means for his aura loss and his on the court abilities based on his intimidation factor with versus without the braids.
We do have different angles. This is another angle right here.
Okay. Okay.
The silence is kind of deafening. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn it, he did lose a little bit of aura, but he's in that little ugly phase right
It's
now.
not even like that.
You don't got
Listen,
no waves kicking in yet. You just gotta wait a little bit.
You do have to see what he wants to do with this. If he just goes I'm just gonna keep it low, okay, maybe. But if you start brushing a little bit, right, we can see where that goes. You start getting different variations of fades, we'll see where that
Exactly.
goes. As of now, they are comparing him to R. Kelly. They are calling
Say
him
that's Kelly.
They're calling him S. Kelly.
They're also comparing him to Kenny Beecham.
Not gonna lie, I do see a little
He
bit.
look exactly the same.
What?
I don't know about exactly
Let me
the
say,
same.
there's one angle. Not this angle, obviously. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean,
He
looks
looks more
Shay.
like Kels than Kenny.
No, trust me. I'm gonna send you guys the angle right now, so you can pull it up.
Yeah.
One of their fan accounts tweeted out that I'm gonna send you be so you
Yeah.
find it.
That's hilarious, bro.
Dude, this angle is crazy. Pull that up.
Okay, show us, man.
Yeah, and the
Please.
forward angle, obviously, you see more of Shay's facial structure. They don't look alike,
Mm-hmm.
but this side profile.
Okay.
Look at the comments. I think somebody put the profile picture side by side.
Let me see, man.
Well, I don't.
Such a coward too. It's
Coward.
hilarious.
just
I don't know what I'm scrolling
Just in
through.
case.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Yeah,
these
you
days. I don't
can't roll
blame
around
you.
Twitter comments
I don't-
willy nilly on the internet.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man.
Yeah, no one did it side by
Oh,
side.
okay. I thought I saw one. But yeah, that's hilarious.
Doing Twitter
Especially on your
roulette. My bad.
profile.
I know this shit is filthy.
Yep, new era. I do think maybe you're right that it is. Obviously,
know?
I don't really give a fuck about his hair, but maybe it is. A signifier. He's trying to change stuff up.
This
Yeah.
is what it looks like on the court, like with the headband.
The facial expression's hilarious.
He does.
Now that looks like a punishment right there. He looked like he didn't want to cut his hair off at all.
It really is but like
Just lost a deer.
Yeah, but we've gotten the trifecta between the haircut, between the comments of saying that I want to play more off ball, him moving from Converse going up another quote unquote up another level to Nike. We're seeing a lot of delineations in the Shea story. I do think that now that they're coming off of this champion or this title defense year where two teams or two of his star players are down in terms of J-Dub, AJ Mitchell, Wemby's feeling on top of the world like he's on top of the Western Conference. Shay's like, listen, you guys have this entirely confused. Like, I averaged 30 in my sleep. This still is my conference, and I do have to let you guys know that. This is a good sign for Thunder fans.
Okay.
You know what? It also feels like a girl going through a crisis and just starts changing the color of her hair, bruh. It feels like that too. And
some-
I don't even know
yeah.
if it's that deep.
Sometimes those haircuts, getting that bob changes a woman's life.
Mm.
Sometimes they come out for the better for it.
Exactly. She start going
Let's get
like
into the
this.
Bob discourse, man.
True.
You got to come out with bedazzled fashion next.
I'm sure
Exactly.
Shay has opinions on the matter.
He's wearing bedazzled.
He can definitely rock some
that's
bedazzled
what-
shit,
that's what
man. I'm not
saying.
gonna lie.
He has rhinestones in his closet.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The off-ball comments were nice to see though, because that was such a major point of why he was able to have such bad shooting nights in the playoffs whenever teams were making his life hell on ball with all the doubles and stuff, and he had to just force his way through. Being able to get the ball off ball from an advantageous position, so glad to see he's focusing on that.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
And if they're going to start AJ Mitchell, makes all the sense in the world.
exactly. Now, he did say that, and then the next game came out, he looked just like Shea. He wasn't off ball.
He didn't do a damn thing
Yeah,
different.
it wasn't like entirely crazy, but the thought is there.
Yep.
And you see the self-awareness through Shea and through these comments.
Listen, Jordy Fernandez is a very good offensive coach.
Yeah.
Teach Mark Dad on a thing or two. Show him how to use a star. Besides the Shea haircut discourse, what is the next
You don't even know
piece
what
of
to do with all
business
that.
that happened over the past several days?
Definitely a downgrade from these discussions, but DeAndre Ayton is a wizard. Let's go.
And you know what? There's never been a more predictable sentence ever said than that, what you just said right there. There's never been a more fitting combination of player team than DeAndre Ayton and the Wizards.
Yes.
I feel like nature is healing, honestly. What do y'all feel?
Nature's healing. Wow.
Yeah, the Wizards getting a reclamation project that people don't believe in to replace their previous one in Marvin Bagley?
I don't know if nature's healing because I do think that you said
It's
you guys
burning?
to the Wizards. The Wizards are not like the same old Wizards that we used to talk about. But in terms of you being like a leftover piece, I think your career is pretty much on the line.
I'm
If
going
you're
to push
not
back on that a
productive,
little bit.
then I don't know what you really.
I'm going to push back on that a little
Why?
Let's pod. Come on.
Allow me to push back.
Because you said that they're not the same old Wizards. Why? Why are they not? I think that they clearly we like some of the moves that they've done. They have to prove to us otherwise that they are a different version of the Wizards.
Let me push back. I'm still hating. I would like to hate some more, please. Don't tell me I should be done hating on the Wizards.
Well,
Definitely.
Don't deny me my God-given right to hate.
I feel you, but in terms of like the actual basketball product, it's TBD. We have to see. But when it comes to their process and how they went about getting, okay, they made the move.
They traded first round picks for AD. He doesn't want to be there.
They got Trey. First round picks.
It was A first round pick, wasn't it?
Useless. That's nothing pretty much.
Well,
You say
Middleton.
that now. You say that now, and then in 2 years, when you want to like be more flexible, make more moves, you can do that.
That pick could have been a superstar in a couple years, like Cam Carr.
700 days away. Come on, man. Let's live in the now.
Exactly.
One summer league game. What it for you?
2 summer league games, 25 points in both.
All right.
But no, so this deal, I think it makes sense for both sides to some extent. This was reported, they got this trade happening for the Wizards, and soon after it was reported that they do intend to run a lot of double big lineups, whether it be Sar and Aiden or AD and Aiden or Sar plus AD. They're going to be a double big type of team with AD getting his dream to be power forward when he's at his biggest and slowest he's ever been. Good for him. But they intend to have Aiden there in that role, being a third big that plays serious minutes. And, in our last episode, we talked about Aiden for $8 million as a backup center. You can understand that, right? It's like decent value. Yeah. If he buys in as willing to be a backup center, that's TB fucking D. Yeah. This tells me the Lakers did not believe in him to buy in to be a backup center. Probably did not think he's down to play 15 minutes a night and give us all. They probably said, we're not going to deal with that. You already annoyed us when you played 30 minutes. I imagine you're going to be more annoying at 15. Let's try to get some picks for you. Can't really be mad at either side, I think.
Bro, AD's been dreaming to play the four his whole career.
He really has.
I want to play the four so bad.
He's never been less equipped to do it, by the way.
Bro, who's going to be passing up? Who's their bench? Who's their guard bench? Or their bench guards?
For Washington?
Angelo Russell.
Bub.
Oh, I forgot about Bub. Yeah, no, he's not.
No, he's a guard. I didn't say who's passing the ball. The answer to that isn't Bub, but he is a bench guard.
Yeah, nah. This is going to be tough. He can't start for no teams in the league anymore. That's kind of crazy how fast we got here.
Yeah, and we'll see how he does in that role. Because, again, he could be like a premier backup center if he wants to be. But if he wants to be, it's a story of his life, and he's never wanted to be. Yeah, he's never wanted to be once.
He doesn't. And I, like, we
no one wants to play that starting 5 role.
He doesn't.
Damn.
He doesn't. And we did our rankings last year, and you were the highest on Ayton. And part of that was, one, you're going to play with Luka, and you're going into a situation where if you just show that you want it for 45 games, the world is yours. Like, you can be this guy. And he just did not want to be that guy.
He wanted it for 20 games, then didn't want it for 15, then kind of wanted it for 15. It was up and down like you'd expect. It's such a different experience to be backup center, too. Like, it's probably harder, right? Because, like, you really have to want it and really have to be focused and really have that ability to, like, buy in and sacrifice and all this, like, typical sports cliches is probably the most true of any position in the sport as a backup center. Like, you have to just only focus on the little things, only be open to not getting your touches. Like, your mindset has to exclusively be sacrifice and betterment for the team.
And that doesn't sound like Aiden at all, bro. Aiden has the mindset of just like, not even mindset, he just moves like he just so happens to be big, so happens to be strong, so happens to be taller than 99% of humans ever exist, bro. And he's just like, oh, fuck, well, I guess I have to get this rebound. Fuck, I guess I'll box him out here and there. Damn, that dude's in the paint. Let me just throw my hand up, see if he'll like react off of something.
He got tall on accident?
Yeah, exactly. It's an inconvenience for him to be this tall.
Yeah. And when we talked about the Lakers after their free agency moves, it was nice to have an idea of them having 48 minutes of competent center play. Because even at Aiton's worst, he might be the worst starting center in the league. He's starting center caliber, especially for $8 million, right? Now, you can't really win a championship when you're starting center, clearly. But he's, in the grand scheme of things, at worst, like the 28th best center in the league, I think. So him as a backup behind Walker Kessler, that was kind of nice to imagine, that you have 48 minutes of people that can catch a lob, play like manageable average defense of the rim, rebound, all the stuff. Lakers said, fuck that. We'd rather have no backup big and try our hand at Kevon Looney or whatever, because they probably truly did not believe in his ability to buy in that role, like we said. JJ Redick already got pissed at him last year. Probably wasn't trying to deal with that with low risk, low reward to be had. Also, they need the second round picks. Now they have 2 instead of 1. That's meaningful. I guess it's a good move for the Lakers. I'm scared now with the backup center position, though.
Yeah, but and the way that JJ Redick has presented himself, I think you are better with a less talented player.
Yeah.
That he just rocks with, like that he has some level of trust in, as opposed to every day he's wondering, can I maximize this guy? What type of effort am I going to get from this player? And that'll probably reap that'll reap more benefits than trying to hit a home run out the park and try to get like these like value signings I think from what we've seen from him, the intensity that he shows as a coach, and especially when things are going bad, and the moodiness that you can get from the head coach himself, I think buy-in is the number one thing. And now that LeBron is gone, you do have a situation where it is everything is being built completely with JJ and Luka moving forward. There's not a big like domino that you have to factor things around in terms of having LeBron there. So I do think like, yeah, you guys are fine not having Ayton there.
It's not an end of the world at all. Ayton didn't get along with JJ Redick, obviously, and Luka never had any good connection with him either. Everyone always talked about he had a better connection with Jackson Hayes. I think it's quite telling to what you just said that Ayton and Jackson Hayes were both allowed to lead this team. The Lakers clearly didn't want to sign Jackson Hayes. He didn't even wait for them to see. He signed that $5 million deal with the Jazz. If they were considering signing him, I promise you he would have waited to try to get the opportunity to continue to play with Luka.
Of course, he has a Slovenian passport now, bro.
They clearly told him, you're not coming back, buddy, because JJ Redick, as much as he hates Ayton, hates Jackson Hayes even more, because as low of an IQ as Ayton plays with at his worst, Jackson Hayes always plays at that low IQ. So they had no intention of having any centers that give you headaches on their team.
Yeah.
And I can respect the vision of that, of only having reliable players at your big man positions. I'm guessing they're going to sign Kevon Looney. It seems like it's like him or Nick Richards. If Kevon Looney is one thing, it's reliable. For a guy you play 15 minutes a game, because Walker Kessler is going to be playing the rest of the game, I'm not mad at them going reliability in that role.
Yeah, that's good minutes. They had the first year that they were there, they had no centers in the playoff series, and JJ Redick was still like, he can't play for me.
He's like, Rui's going to play center.
That shit's crazy.
I do not want Jackson Hayes on this floor. So I think getting into defending yourself from a situation where you are in playoff games and your head coach doesn't want to play a 7-footer, that's probably the best thing.
Speaking of, Rui Hachimura has finally signed. He was a free agent before about 3 minutes ago at 10:29 a.m. He signed a 2-year, $28 million deal with the Los Angeles Clippers. Breaking news. It seems that he was waiting around to try to see which team would give him a full mid-level. That clearly didn't happen. And it seemed like the Lakers were reportedly choosing between Rui and Jonathan Kuminga as who they want to sign to be their power forward for around this money after they presumably dump some salary here in the next 30 minutes before the moratorium ends. This kind of signals to me maybe the Lakers are going to pick Kuminga as we expected. How do y'all feel about Rui going to the Clippers?
Okay. I mean, I like it. I think they have a decent lineup. Darius Garland, Wagler, B.I., Rui. I think that's like a very like regular, slightly below average team.
Stinky.
It's kind of stinky. They have a lot of spacing, and their offenses, I mean, in theory, it like should be good.
Do they have their pick next year?
No, they don't. No.
Anytime you want to ask that question, the answer is no.
Yeah, it's going to be no for quite some time now, too.
Let me see. It might be a pick swap next year, or they don't have their pick at all. I don't know for sure. I'll check.
I was thinking maybe they have like a mid-commander team. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, at the best case scenario, they have a pick swap on that pick. That's 27. They have the more favorable of least/less favorable of Clippers, Denver, and OKC. Wow, there's like a million swaps in this pick.
know.
They're going to get a mediocre pick. I'm guessing it's the worst of all these. It's probably going to be like OKC's pick or something.
We got to stop with the swaps.
I read like 1/4 of the sentence on here just now. Didn't even want to finish. I was on my B-Soul shit.
Yeah.
I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out.
hell yeah.
We got to continue with the sauce, but like having it be least favorable of XYZ team after 2 teams, that's when my mind's like, all right, I'm tapped out.
Bro, they start off with more favorable of least favorable and then a bunch of caveats. I'm not reading that.
I'm not solving that Rubik's
So yeah,
Cube,
they'll have
man.
a late first round pick that's not theirs, most likely.
Yeah, but shout out to Rui. Good career move. Get your money, man.
You get to stay in LA too?
Yeah.
Oh, that is nice actually.
Yeah.
For a lifestyle style, that's nice.
Yeah. This is also, shout out to them, the Clippers. I guess they get their John Collins replacement, so makes sense.
True, that too. I'm really hoping they pursue Peyton Watson as well. I'm really hoping they want to dump Derrick Jones Jr. in the Lakers and somehow get him for a second round pick or something.
Oh, I forget he's still on this roster. Yeah, he should not be here.
29 years old, $10 million expiring contract. There is
That's
no
value.
reason he shouldn't be a Laker next year.
The 24 Mavs rebuild continues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, Dalton.
Do y'all
Connect,
think Kuminga's like the PJ Washington of it all?
that's what they want to happen?
No, I don't, because I don't believe in Kuminga like that. But clearly,
Talk about that now then, sure.
yeah, if they feel right now, you just need somebody who can play the 4. You know, like if you look at the depth chart and everything that they've done, and especially now that Brown is not there, now that DeAndre Ayton isn't there, Jackson Hayes isn't there, all of a sudden this team is kind of small. Like you do need some athletes, you need some size. Kuminga can do that, and he did show flashes, especially in the second half when he went to Atlanta. So
It's really just like 3 playoff games where he showed flashes.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. He didn't show shit in the regular season for Atlanta. But those 3 playoff games, he had some moments.
change your life.
The question isn't
Got some wins.
I don't think the question
Sure.
should be, do we believe in
Yeah.
Jonathan Kuminga? It should be, do you believe in Jonathan Kuminga more than Rui Hachimura to make this team better? I can say yes, I think. I think Rui has gotten very overrated by some Lakers fans because he is such an amazing shooter. And, there's a stat line. He was the most efficient three-point shooter in the playoffs in like NBA history for that run. And the stuff is true. He's an incredible shooter. He doesn't do anything else, really at all. He plays horrible off-ball defense, can't defend on the perimeter because he can't fight over screens, and doesn't rebound. On a team that has the athletic deficiencies of this team, a lot of white dudes, you need to focus on athleticism, obviously. He doesn't have functional athleticism. He's not running in transition, giving you guys points there. He's not necessarily going to chase down shots and block it. He's not going to be a good cutter that gives you a lob threat, all the stuff that we know Kuminga can do at his worst. You are probably better off, I think, having Mamu and Kuminga as your power forward duo than Rui, because Rui is like purely can only play the 4. He's a stretch 4, stand in the corner because he can't rebound enough to play center and can't move well enough to play the 3. Mamu plays similarly to Rui, but can play the 5 because he can rebound. And Kuminga, while being a 4, can play the 3 a little bit because he can move a little better. I think that versatility there and the varying skill sets is a better proposition than just like a pure stretch 4. That is one thing. And is obviously a safer pick. If you want to chase competency and try to be the most competent team you can be around Luka, Rui's a better pick. But I think if you're trying to aim for like getting some swings that have upside and hope you can give him a Wiggins arc, I kind of do buy that Kuminga makes sense.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Some things that stuck out with Kuminga last year is that, he's just an absolute force in the interior. And of course, like Rui's he's good, but he's just not that, obviously, because of his athleticism cap. But more so what I'm excited to see, assuming Kuminga or whoever signs with someone more athletic signs with the Lakers, is how they're going to be able to slide in super nice with Luka, even if they're not like shooting the ball extremely well. That's the only way you feel Rui's presence on the goddamn court. If he's not shooting the ball well, what is he doing? We don't know. No one knows.
Like,
But
I don't
what's
think
the
Kuminga's
superpower from Kuminga though?
He's a straight up good slasher and good rebounder for his position.
Yeah,
Per 36, he gets like 8 rebounds a game. He's a legit crash the board guy and run in transitions, get him to hit the rim. He didn't have his best offensive season last year, but every year before last year, he was a very good slasher at the least. 3-point shot was only 33% last year. That's obviously hit or miss. That's a swing factor to me. And by getting him, they're clearly hoping he has more defensive upside than Rui and that he can like buy into that role and hope that maybe I'm assuming they're having convos with him and maybe he's a little more receptive to not being the star scorer he clearly wanted to be for years because he kind of like is humbled by the market. I think their idea is you harness his athleticism into being a better defender. You let him eat in transition. Luka will feed him and just like hope and pray he's ready to find the right role for his athleticism. That's such wishful thinking. Obviously, it's not a great bet given his track record.
I don't know, because like if he sits down, if he's real with himself, he sits down and he understands how we became valuable in that Knicks series. He got valuable because he was big. He got valuable because he was able to defend a little bit. He was the only guy on our roster legitimately who can do something to Karl Anthony Towns and at least make his presence felt known. That's exactly how you talk about him finding value with the Lakers is how he got playoff minutes and how he was like legitimately one of the reasons why we did steal a couple games from y'all.
Sounds like Aiden.
Aren't you tired though of trying to have guys like, and so because of where the Lakers roster is, I do understand it. I'm just talking about in a general sense.
Yeah.
Now. This idea of like trying to find guys that are on the precipice of reaching like self-awareness. It's like it is kind of annoying. And so like those types of guys, I don't think they are my favorite types of swings to go to.
I see what you're saying. It is annoying. It's a tough existence. 2 things. Buying low and trying to fix somebody is a proven thing across every sport. Trying to find the value that isn't being harnessed right now because he's not a good fit in his current team and saying I can fix him. Every sport, that's a good way to try to find value. And when you're a beggar, you can't be a chooser. You, as a Lakers, have no draft picks. Your only route to getting high impact players is by trying to fix them and hope that you can find the diamond in the rough, right?
Yeah.
Try to find the next Andrew Wiggins arc, which you did with Malik Monk a few years ago. Then you got paid by the Kings because you did the exact same thing for him. He is in a good role and flourished in a role that fit him off the bench, got paid somewhere else. Hopefully the idea would be to make him stay and do that with Kuminga next. I'm not mad at it. Like even the Ayton thing, like it didn't work in the grand scheme of things. They dumped him. I would take that risk again. I would take it again with Kuminga. I don't want to be all my eggs in that basket like you were with Ayton. That's what sucked is it was Ayton or fucking bust because there's no other centers. I don't view Kuminga. The team wouldn't be Kuminga or bust. So I have the appetite to tell myself it's a decent bet.
It's so crazy, like how we've talked about Kuminga over the course of really like the last like 24 months when it comes to the whole Warriors thing, and now like we talked about him potentially being traded to my team, and I look at you over here shaking your ass for Kuminga, man.
Yeah, the difference
Talking
is
about the absolute best version of him for your team.
the difference is I
Twerking
have
for
crazy.
Kuminga.
difference is I have Luka Doncic, who makes everybody better. Your team, shout out Dyson Daniels, shout out Jalen Johnson. I'm not seeing a lot of floor raisers of players. I have
Regardless, we both needed Kuminga, bro. That's all I'm just trying to say. And we're trying to theorize him in the best possible scenario. In the same ways, he's valuable. He's good. And that shows something. That says something about him.
Okay.
What does it say about him? It says in theory he's
That-
very valuable.
I think that the Warriors experience, plus also on top of that too, how these teams in the free agency are trading him should be very humbling. I agree with you on that. And he definitely does have a space in this league. He just needs to capitalize on it and
Yes.
really run with it.
Yes. Okay, so Donovan, 1 to 10, how much are you buying into Kuminga fixing himself next to Luka, Walker Kessler, and JJ Redick?
Probably about a 4 out of 10.
Okay, Mo.
Yeah.
Next to JJ and Luca, I'll probably say like, let's say 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
Okay, that's pretty optimistic.
Yeah, I feel good about him.
Okay.
I think he has he'll like move forward with a good attitude. He's finally like off of the whole Warriors thing. He got embraced in Atlanta for 2 seconds. Yeah, I feel like pretty good about it.
Go 6.5 out of 10.
Okay, y'all are
Wow.
optimistic. Okay.
Wow.
I'll go 5. I'll go right in the middle of you guys. I like the bet because I do not like Rui Hachimura very much as some Lakers fans do. So the upside is worth it. And I do think the floor, even if he still does suck at a lot of things and like can't shoot consistently, takes one too many mid-range pull-ups because he wants to be a bucket getter. At his worst case scenario, him as a transition scorer and rebounder is like worth a cheap contract he's gonna get at like 12 million or whatever. So
Yeah.
I think worst
What
case
if y'all
scenario
don't
isn't
get
as
him
bad.
though?
It seems like it's goddamn likely they're gonna get him. So if they don't get him, then
Fuck.
whatever. there's other Kumingas out there. They'll get some other like regular. Maybe it is a Derrick Jones or whatever in that salary slot. I won't really care that much if they miss out on him.
Yeah.
I'm not like dying to get Kuminga on my team, but if they do it, it's a solid bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
The shooting, I don't think the shooting is gonna
No,
come
it's never
around.
there. Yeah.
Like I don't think you're gonna see like he has 1 year where he's above 35%
Yeah.
for
Also-
his career, and that was on like 2 attempts a game. Like it's not anything. It's not anything that up until this point going into year 6 of Kuminga where I have faith in the jumper coming along. I think if he is gonna provide value, it is gonna be in all the ways that you say of being a super downhill demon, a transition demon, and kind of leaning into being this like special teams player for the Lakers.
They want him to be baby Aaron Gordon, but he doesn't have that defensive instinct, so I don't think he'll ever be that. But an offensive slanted archetype, like I guess that's kind of what PJ Washington was before he went to the Mavericks, and then defensively he locked in when he was finally on a good team. Difference is everything we're saying here. Kuminga had the exact opportunity with the Warriors
Yeah.
in a also equally good environment for his skill set. The hope now is just he's more mature after being
Then he
rejected
started
multiple
taking
times.
too much food.
Yeah.
Are y'all looking to start Kuminga or off the bench?
A lot of people, I've seen most Lakers fans assume they want to start Kuminga just because Lakers fans are very uncomfortable with the idea of starting Mamu at power forward. I'm not. I'm kind of like very okay with starting Mamu, but I could see them starting Kuminga.
Okay.
Yeah, it probably just depends on how things mesh between Mamu and Kuminga next to Walker Kessler. I wouldn't be mad at it if they started him though.
Yeah. I just feel like if he's coming out the bench, then like what is there to lose at that point?
Yeah. And the good thing for him is for the slashing. This should be one of the best shooting teams and just offensive teams in general in the NBA. Like their shooting is gonna be fucking crazy.
Lakers.
Yeah. And their shooting is all guys who can attack off the dribble. Like if they start Grimes and Mamu, 1 through 4, all 4 of those guys with Luka, Reeves, Grimes, Mamu can shoot threes and attack a closeout at a like high level. Like that's a defining trait. Now Luka's not spotting up or anything, but you know what I mean? And then Walker Kessler showed the shooting flashes. We'll see if that's real. There's going to be a lot of space for a slasher to eat.
Yeah.
So, top 5 offense minimum for you guys. Like, what's your expectation for the offense?
Let's say they get Kuminga and Matisse Thybulle to round out the team. Yeah, I think 5th best offense that's a solid prediction.
Okay.
Like actually on the low end. Like if they tell me the 3rd, I won't be shocked.
Yeah. I mean, how else are they going to be like?
I mean, I guess you could say
great team
would you be shocked with their
West?
1st?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I guess you could say anything really.
They could be.
The best teams in the league are defensive juggernauts.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I got to pull up the like who the league leaders were last year, but in offense, you had, it was the Knicks, the Thunder, the Spurs. Oh wait, never mind. Playoffs.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
Knicks
Maybe
and
something
Spurs.
next year.
Nuggets, Celtics, Spurs, Knicks, Hornets were the top 5.
I see no reason they can't beat the Nuggets
Yeah.
in like very
They
similar
should be.
build. They don't have a power forward that's Aaron Gordon, which is the difference in like championship caliber, I think. That type of defender there, but offensively, I see no reason they can't beat the same type of team. Like they have a lot of ball handlers that can attack, and if Cam Carr can be a good shooter from day one at the very least, Sexton can attack off the bench with all that space.
I
too.
forget you guys have Sexton. Holy shit. Yeah.
And that's gonna be big for the offense. So having 48 minutes of 2 ball handlers that can attack at all times, this should be a top flight offense.
Yeah, I'm looking at everybody in the top 10. There's no reason why you guys can't jump each and every team in the top 10, because even the second half is Cleveland, OKC, Houston, Detroit, and then the Lakers were 10th last year. They can very easily be the number 1 offense in
The
the
best
league.
offense in the league should be like Lakers, Nuggets, and Pacers or something like that. And the Knicks, I guess, if they carry the
Even
momentum.
the Spurs, the Spurs now is you add Tobias, who's actually playable,
Yeah.
and at your forward position, you should be able to have a lot more firepower, a lot more shooting for that team moving forward. Wemby, having another leap offensively. I think, top 3 right now would probably be Lakers, Spurs, and I'll just say Nuggets just because they have Jokic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really coming around on the Lakers team in general. The backup center scares me now. We'll see what they do. If it's Kevon Looney, just for example, okay, solid player, has chemistry with Kuminga, I guess.
Yeah.
Not a lob threat, which is unfortunate to have not 48 minutes of lob threats for Luka Doncic. And if Walker Kessler, or I should say when Walker Kessler misses games, because every starting center misses games for the most part, don't know what the plan is. It's kind of scary. Not great. I would have loved to have an Ayton type of average starter in the backup big. That would have been a nice luxury. So that's the main thing I'm worried about now. But even with the wing defense deficiencies, I'm pretty optimistic about this team right now in terms of being, 3 seed, 4 seed, whatever, and scary team you don't want to see.
Okay, if they do somehow pull off something with Derrick Jones Jr., I would be so wildly optimistic, so much more optimistic for him.
It's not unreasonable to
I
hope
would
they can
love
do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What's the next signing that's happened since our last episode, B-Souls?
All right, let's go over to Donovan's team. The free agent center, Andre Drummond, has agreed to a 1-year, $3.9 million contract to sign with the New York Knicks.
This is the opposite of that guy killed us in the playoffs. We have to go sign him. We played him off the floor. And they're like, yeah, come in. This is the problem. And it's gonna be fine, I guess. But for 15 minutes a game. But also when you get into the playoffs, it is crucial. And this is why I was after we finished recording, you were like, oh yeah, you guys are gonna be fine. You weren't trying to hate on Mitch, but you got the vibe that Mitch is kind of getting overrated right now. For this specific team, I don't think so. The end, we had the video a couple weeks ago where I was like, yeah, Cat right now he's better than Wemby, and you were like, the last 3 games of the finals, he clearly wasn't better, obviously. And a bunch of that is because he got into foul trouble in the first minute of the game. And there's one player in the league that's going to put himself in that position. And so when you do have that guy at your center spot, having Mitch who can play defense and having somebody who can be the yin and yang of your center rotation is super, super valuable. So I think Drummond is good, and it's going to be fine in the regular season. We got somebody who can shoot threes now. Right?
Sharpshooter.
Exactly.
Stretch big.
Let's go. 2 of them.
Little corner 3 glitch. But
Literally.
I wish the center rotation was a little bit better right now. And considering that we had the ability to do it if we just wanted to pay, and now Andre Drummond is the option, it's not the most encouraging just process behind it.
I'm confused why they didn't draft it big.
Yeah.
They traded out of the draft. They said we want no parts. And you know what? If you don't think there's any centers worth taking in this draft and you just don't feel good about them on your team, you're not obligated to address a need just because the fans want you to. But I don't know. I mean, they could have Vasir. They could have the guy you got. That was on the board for them.
Yeah, it seems pretty just like a money move to me, honestly. And going back to the Cat thing, I feel like having Cat on your roster is great, of course, but you do definitely feel a lot more of his woes when you don't have another some form of defensive anchor alongside of him. In this case scenario, Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench to just make you forget all the bad things that Cat has done earlier in the moment. So it sucks. And I don't know. I'm not gonna say I don't think this like takes them out of total and complete like championship contention, but I don't know if I look at them as like the same complete team simply because Mitch is a big piece of this, bro. He covers up so much for them.
Yeah.
Also, we have 10 minutes left of the moratorium. If the Lakers do not reroute Jaden Hardy today with other salary, they can't aggregate him for 2 months. And
oh my God.
They basically won't have the space to aggregate him after they sign Austin Reeves' contract extension and new contract and Colin Sexton with the room minimum. So if in 10 minutes we see those deals become official and Jaden Hardy is not traded, that means they can't aggregate him for 2 months. And that would be terrible business by Rob Pelinka because it is crazy to do the salary dump of Aiden and get Hardy back and keep Hardy because you just only lose $2 million of salary.
Yeah.
So we got 10 minutes to see what Rob Pelinka is made of.
His ass is asleep right now, man.
Yeah, Starbucks right now. Getting a coffee.
The assumption is...
You don't even know when the deadline is. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Yo, what?
The assumption is they're going to use those new second-round picks, all three they have now, to package with Hardy and hopefully Vando, maybe LaRavia, whatever it takes, Connect especially, to dump all those contracts and free up the space to go get Kuminga and someone else. That's the assumption. Only way the Kuminga noise makes sense, and there's been a lot of noise. They're actively pursuing him, and he hasn't signed anywhere else, so it seems like they're waiting for it to happen. So it'll be baffling if they don't do that in the next 10 minutes.
Well, you got 9 more minutes. We'll see.
Now.
Well, I guess it doesn't have to be in the next 9 minutes. They just couldn't. They wouldn't be able. They'd have to hold off the Reeves and Sexton moves for like hours, which you don't usually see. Yeah. So we'll see.
Weird business.
We'll see. Other transaction that happened. Which one should we talk about next? Tari Eason, 5-year, $16 million deal with the Houston Rockets.
I thought it was a good deal.
It's a great deal for the Rockets. Sucks ass for Tari Eason. 5 years? You're on just over mid-level? They got you for 5 years?
5 years is kind of crazy.
Restricted free agency is a plague.
Yeah, 5 years is kind of nuts. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, shout out $80 million. $80 million is $80 million. That's life-changing money. That's a lot of security. 5 years is a long time.
I'm about to say, how bad can I really feel?
True, but the ceiling could be so much higher with a player like
Man, Peyton Watson's going to get $26 million a year. Like,
yeah.
This is tough.
Um,
And mind you, his agent reps 2 clients. The end of this tweet doesn't say negotiated by Agent X like Shams does at every tweet. Agent didn't want his name on this one. He reps 2 clients in the NBA. One Tari Eason. Do you guys know the second?
Who?
Jalen Duren.
Ooh.
he got himself a summer. Got himself a summer.
Ooh, fuck, man. And we haven't heard nothing about Jalen Duren at all other than he was taking a meeting with the Lakers. Obviously, ain't nothing happened with that.
The second Walker Kessler trade happened, all the Jalen Duren noise disappeared. His leverage play was gone.
Yeah.
And his agent's over there fucking shaking.
Shaking in his boots.
Bro, what do you do if you're Jalen Duren's agent? Like, who do you talk to?
Who do you
God.
talk to?
Yeah, like, who
You're finna get fired.
Yeah.
Tell the Kings. Come on. You tell the Nets.
True.
Come on.
Okay.
You ask Rich Paul to buy out your LLC. That's what you do.
Honestly.
You are now clutch.
This is also back-to-back summers that the Rockets have gotten really good deals.
Yep.
Because last year they got the Jabari Smith Jr. 5 years, another 5-year deal, 125, and I think after they signed that, everyone kind of around the same had the same reaction of like, yo, this is a really good deal for Houston because like Jabari Smith is a really really good player, and now it's the same thing. You have another 5-year deal for Tari Eason, and if he bounces back and gets back to the trajectory that he was on coming into last year, and now you have this, 2 years ago when they first started making leaps, you had this like treacherous twins duo with him and a man, and now he gets closer to that version of himself. Their windows feels like it's continued to be pushed. Like we'll see what happens with KD. We'll see how good Fred VanVleet comes along, all that, and if they actually can be a power in the Western Conference. But this is good business for 2 years in a row for the Rockets.
Very good business. Speaking of good business, the Charlotte Hornets received 3 first-round picks. My bad. 3 second-round picks to take on Dorian Finney-Smith's salary, which allowed them to sign this deal on the Rockets' end. Good business. Getting more picks. I forgot the exact number. The Hornets have a ridiculous amount of second-round picks.
Like 17.
Like 25.
Yeah, I think it's like 21 in the next 3 drafts.
Jesus Christ.
It's something crazy. They have
Yeah.
so much trade ammo now, which is why they're linked to Peyton Watson, Jaylen Brown previously. They have lots of ammo to go out and get a guy after the LaMelo Ball trade. Other piece of interesting business, I don't know if I'll call it good for anybody.
Yeah.
Anthony Simons has signed a 2-year, $12.3 million deal with the 76ers,
True.
a team in the 76ers who we talked about after the Jaylen Brown trade. I personally was saying that I think they have one too many hoopers, one less passer and defender than they need. They now have another hooper that does not pass or defend. How do you guys feel about this team?
All my guys are getting stolen, man.
It's starting to get ridiculous.
It is.
I can justify the team, especially like when your best players are that, if you have a bench of people that complement your best players, and now you can mix and match lineups, and you are very versatile. If everybody on the team does the same thing, then it gets a little bit dicey.
Yeah.
Also, $12 million for
That's
Simons
a steal
is
of
like,
a contract. That's
$6 million a year.
It's a good contract, and it's a good contract. And if this was the guy that you wanted, you got it at a value. I think that they probably should have went in another direction, because they also drafted LeBaron.
Yeah,
and so you have
exactly.
another hooper that you just brought into the
It's
building.
so weird. Like if you were gonna trade Jared McCain just to go ahead and add another 2 more guards to your roster and LeBaron and then also Anthony Simons, it just makes me scratch my head and like you just really didn't fuck with McCain like that.
Yeah.
At
well,
all.
different GM now. No, Darren Moore was fired, so
Yeah.
different
True,
GM.
true,
So we'll get
true,
that
true.
benefit that maybe that GM never would have traded Jared.
I guess so.
Who's their GM right now? I don't even know who is there an interim right now? Do you-
I think is there GM that LeBron dude where he went to high school with the dude?
That's the Cavaliers assistant GM.
GM?
Yeah,
Mike
true.
Gansey is the president of basketball operations, taking over following the departure of Daryl Morey.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gansey, show me what you got. Apparently, you love hoopers.
Yeah. Apparently, there's been this big division between the analyst crowd and the hooper crowd, even within the NBA. Like
Really?
certain teams are like not with the analytics movement, and that's why we saw the Sixers get Jaylen Brown, and they saw the pros in that. And then there's this other camp of like, yeah, Jaylen Brown isn't really all that,
Is he
and that's
the-
why it's trade value.
Every
now.
summer we do this discourse.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
single summer we do this now.
No,
and
but apparently, like it's within like NBA front offices now.
I'm sure it is. Like it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sure there's multiple perspectives.
Yeah. But also, especially right now, I think Jaylen Brown is the only guy that is on this battlefield. Like for a lot of, in terms of like stars, like what other stars are we talking about? It's like, oh yeah, he can't win because the quote unquote analytics are saying that he's a bad guy.
Well, I
John,
think the
John
thing-
Morant.
Well,
no,
John-
he's just bad.
See,
Like
there's no analytics there. He's played bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. This discourse is so. I think the actual thing to your question is you don't think about it that way anymore because analytics just won. Anthony Simon just got $6 million. That's what we're talking about. A guy who was supposed to be this like underrated scorer that can be a quality
Baby
whatever.
game. Yeah.
Got $6 million. All these shooting guards that nobody wants anymore. Levine, DeRozan, all these guys. Like that's the stars, quote unquote. Cam Thomas, like those are the stars, quote unquote, that died in the analytics battle. But we do this every summer now. This analytics shit is so silly. Like every team uses analytics. Every team thinks about it in some way, but they're also not blindly drafting based on the spreadsheets, blindly making decisions based on the spreadsheets. People attribute everything to analytics. That's just like slightly in-depth thought. That's like slightly deeper than he's got bucket.
Yeah. I think when it comes to like the upper echelon names that I think you're trying to reach for, which is literally Jaylen Brown and only Jaylen Brown, that's just overblown to hell and people just really low-key hate him. But outside of that, I have a question for you. If there is like those teams who do go against the grain, who are they? Who are like the dumbest teams in the league?
Kings.
Who just say
Hoopers.
fuck numbers?
The Kings.
Straight hoopers. The Kings.
Sixers.
Apparently, the Sixers.
Okay, Sixers. Pelicans, 100%. They got no brains up there. They got no Wi-Fi. They don't have no 4G LTE. Motherfuckers on 3G still.
So the Lakers are hiring some people now, but over the last 5 years,
Yeah,
the
for a
Lakers
long
for
time,
sure.
The Lakers.
They're just lucky they had LeBron and AD, but they did a lot of hooper pilled brain shit before.
The Blazers for sure.
Blazers.
Like they don't have the
Well, I don't
brains
think.
for them at all.
They're not hiring analytics. person.
Yeah.
Well, they had
They don't
Mike
have the
Schmitz
budget
for a
for
while,
it.
who I don't know where he falls in that.
Yeah, I just think like, especially and yes, a lot.
Notice
a
we're
lot
not saying any good teams, by the way.
Exactly. The Suns, maybe. Exactly. Yeah.
and like a lot of those guys, yes, like they have lost the war already, but you look around in like the top 20, and Jaylen Brown is probably the only guy that is still on this wave, that is still like fighting this battle. I think maybe the only other,
But I feel like honestly, the only way
maybe Book is like starting to get into that into that conversation, only because like his play has declined, and so you still have an idea of what Devin Booker is, and then. But then there's this other side where it's like, well, actually, he hasn't been as impactful of a scorer as you'd think a Devin Booker would. Maybe.
Well, the thing is, his criticisms are more based in the like simple stuff. I think he's just not making shots like that. I think the Jaylen Brown thing is specific.
D Mitch is a good.
Is D Mitch on
Not
the-
even because the
on the
Jaylen
line?
Brown thing is a very unique circumstance where he's been good for his whole career, but there's never been a single season where his on-off numbers are good. So he's like a very unique animal in this way that like there's no way to talk. This whole just beast of a discourse around him is its own thing because it's the one guy who's a high volume scorer while having no good analytics for 9 straight years. It's like at a certain point, it's something. I don't know if there's any other star player that has that type of discussion around them or that type of analytic profile.
Right now, no, but I think like DeMar has a lot of similar
Yeah,
discussions.
exact same.
Yeah.
And that's the point. It's like, damn, is he DeMar?
Nah, come on now.
Mellow too a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily think. I mean, again, I think the most reasonable people. There's that report that was McMenamin is like. I heard from some staffer that they think he's the 7th best player in the Celtics.
It was a Bobby Marks.
Bobby Marks
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that. Such a straw man. Who gives a fuck about this one random staffer? Like it's such a weird thing that everyone latches onto. That every analytics nerd thinks he's the 7th best player on the Celtics. Most reasonable people that think Jaylen Brown is overrated because of the analytics say he's like the 20th or maybe 25th best player in the world.
Yeah, no one's saying he's ass.
Yeah, it's a very reasonable conversation that gets treated like it's way more harsh than it is, I think.
Yeah.
Just because one guy that Bobby Marks knows hates Jaylen Brown. Sick. All right.
So weird. I don't know. The whole conversation is just I hate it so much. It's so weird, bro. There's no validity to it for real, and I guess it just doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter because like all JB's done is win for real, and obviously like the off court stuff is the off court stuff, regardless of how if he sounds like a little snobby or whatever, or if the people on the other side are just like overly hating. I'm looking at it right now. Over the last 5 years, according to Data Baller, his on-off numbers are just +5, specifically without Tatum. With Tatum, of course, it's +9. Have better players around you, your stats are gonna be inflated, but it's not extremely high for someone of his caliber.
Are you looking at, I think that's a +5 net rating you see?
Correct, +5. No,
The real question is on-off. So when he's on versus when he's off. And in that regard, he's never positive, which is strange. It's definitely strange for that large of a sample size.
Yeah. Now,
that's right. That's right.
So,
Let's
like-
close the tab.
do we think?
See, that's the problem. We can't even interrogate why this 10-year sample size is the way it is.
So like,
It's like, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't matter.
do we
it
think
doesn't.
that like that? Because what's the Jaylen Brown argument? Like, does he think that he's like a top 5 player in the world?
Yeah.
He
so
believes he's like a top 3 two-way player in the world, all NBA MVP caliber.
Yeah, so last episode I was saying I kind of understand all this, and people in the comments were like, he's top 10 on both sides. And that's the divide, is because the people that really love him truly believe he's like a top 10 perimeter defender in the world.
Yeah.
And that's the divide, is they think he really is like, Melo was on his podcast, said he's a DPOY candidate.
Okay.
So
Relax.
people are very high in his defense, and that's the whole divide right there.
Yeah.
Is that, and
He's
people-
also been self-campaigning a lot of this stuff.
yeah, and people just, when you do that as
Yeah.
an athlete, people just listen.
Yeah.
The defense being overrated, and I think people not realizing that he's such a bad playmaker is the thing. Is that he turns the ball over a lot, doesn't add a lot of making shots open for others, and the defense is overrated to reputation. That's kind of the divide, I think, of why some people think he's like a legit top 10 player on both ends.
Yeah, I think even with whatever numbers that you want to look at, because it is weird that the numbers bear out the way that they do, but I also think that it's very fair to just be like, hey, he might just be the anomaly, and like if you look at enough groups of numbers for a certain amount of time, there probably will be outliers on either side. He's probably just one of those outliers.
Yeah.
And so like
Jaylen Brown being the anomaly, that's hilarious. That's Tatum's nickname.
And yeah,
and that's the real beef. Is that
Now you steal my
he's
nickname
Tatum?
too? Damn.
Yeah, he's Tatum. He's the anomaly.
if we ranked right now, the
We
players,
should call him 7. You know,
7.
No, hell no, we can't do that.
If we did a rankings today for the players going to next season and like just top 50 players in the world, where do you guys anticipate you'd rank him?
Jaylen Brown?
Yeah.
He's somewhere in the teens. Probably 13, anywhere between like
13 to
16
16.
to 16. Yeah.
Yeah, I might say like 17 or 18. Like the fact that we're having this convo for like a pretty marginal difference. If somebody thinks he's 8 or 20 at worst, like that's not a big gap in value. Like
Yeah.
that's really like very, very little gap in value for how much discourse we're having about it.
I'm looking at the Ringer 100 right now. Cat is 12, Tatum is 13, Jaylen Brown is 14, Tyrese Maxey is 15. So like
About,
that,
about fair.
yeah, that's the range right now. And I agree with that. I agree with that
Who's
range.
16, 17?
KD is 17, KD is 16, Scotty Barnes is 17.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he's an elite level player,
around
bro.
there.
That's it.
the convo is he extremely good or is he one of the best in the world? Either way, we're saying you're a pretty valuable player.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not even a jump to like number 7 in the world. It's you're either 13 or you're 3. And that's really it.
So yeah, it's a much ado about nothing. But now there is a lot of like people take these convos and make it very nasty naturally. So that leads to a lot of discourse where people are just like,
Attacking his character.
yeah, we're going a little
I
far
do
with
agree
it.
with him on that.
Where
yeah.
like you can say a guy's a little overrated and can like the stream stuff he says is a little annoying, but people that are like they gotta trade him because he's annoying, I guess a little much.
saying he has like a disease.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, Colin Cowherd called
Oh, yeah, I
his
did see
know-it-allness a disease in the locker room.
Yeah, I did
which
see that.
just poor verbiage. Like you can't. What the fuck? But yeah, and again, it's not based on nothing. Like you understand why he has a reputation, but people have a certain tone about things from a certain type of person leads to this discourse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's all the big news stories that have happened since then. Let's talk about some more questions we have that we want to see answered for the last 40 minutes of the show. I guess we'll start with the obvious one. Where is LeBron James going to play? Rich Paul on his podcast showed a whiteboard of teams that I can only assume is a very strategic output of information considering
This guy's the Joker, man.
considering his agent put it out on his podcast. This is ridiculous.
You think he the Riddler?
He's so crazy.
And now you might see a lot of cores together, right? You see the Timberwolves core on the bottom, the Nuggets next to them, the Cavs above them, a lot of teams and like the pros and cons of discussing their fit with LeBron on the court, right? Then you see Dallas. Oil is the first thing it says.
Golf.
Oil, golf, and what's the word next to it?
Macau.
Macau, yeah.
Alfred.
Yeah,
What? I don't know
I'm not sure what I couldn't read his handwriting.
Oil,
Yeah, I can't
golf, and Macau.
What does oil have to do with anything?
That money, man.
Oil money.
Don't worry about it.
What? Okay.
So we have foreign markets in Macau. I don't even know what the link is to the Dallas Mavericks there. Golf and oil money. That's the draw of the Mavericks. Why the fuck did they write oil and publish this?
Yo, what's going on?
Because you know what they're
Rich?
about.
Why are they letting us know they're about that?
Well, I don't think they've ever been shy about letting us know that they're about that.
Oil?
Money. That's what they want.
Oil's ridiculous.
Big clutch, never a little one.
They've never been shy about
This
this.
is
Oil
different
ban.
level of cap circumvention, man. What the fuck? Offering LeBron oil instead of money? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? This ain't, yo,
Getting 3 oil reserves.
We're going to make you an oil baron.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I think this is largely nonsense, and they're choosing between like two teams, and it's probably going to be the Cavs, and
Yeah.
they're just doing this for the documentary.
Yeah, it sounds
Brad
like
and
they're just
Tatum.
trying to sweeten up the whatever offer.
Brad and
LeBron.
Tatum with the bottom. They just wrote some shit.
All right, bro. No
What's the top
Hugo,
right
though.
say? Oh, it says no Garland. He had to sprinkle it in, clutch client.
Yeah.
What? He's
And I do
so
believe that LeBron really wanted to play with Garland. There's a few comments over the years.
funny. That would make sense.
The Spurs, just Spurs.
Knicks.
Spurs, Knicks, Kroenke.
Cronky.
But that's to the side of the Nuggets thing.
You think that's positive or negative? Because it just says Cronky.
Probably negative. I'll
Um,
bet negative.
Cronky. He owns the Rams too,
Bro, I see
he
Melo
owns
right
a
here.
lot.
and he owns. It's not Arsenal, is it? It's one of those soccer
I
teams.
can't remember. I think it is Arsenal. Yeah,
think
he
it's
owns Arsenal.
Yeah.
Bro, I see Melo right here. I'm like, yo, when was Carmelo on the Timberwolves?
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah. So this is the biggest question that's remained unanswered right now, going into the rest of the offseason. Where will LeBron play? Betting odds right now are saying Cavs, and I think it's probably in part because of this right here.
Probably,
white
I
boy.
think so. I think that the unction would still be the most fun, and I think that they should try their hardest to make that happen. If we're not doing that, we keep talking about the Sixers and how they just have too many ancillary pieces. I do think that Bron in Philly would be kind of nasty
That would be fun as fuck. Because if there's
in
one
a
thing,
in a good way.
yeah, Yeah, I feel you. Like, that'll be fun because if there's one thing about Philly,
You want that?
they got
Hell
all the
no, I don't want
Bro,
You don't want that.
wow, what you
Hell the
mean?
fuck not. I don't want that.
It's
Taking-
Cleveland or
he's
Golden
shaking
State.
his
Why?
head. He
Wow,
doesn't
what's
want
wrong
it.
with Philly, man?
Well, so one thing I do have in the back of my head that I can't escape is not wanting to see a nasty ass jersey in his legacy. And on the bottom of Basketball Reference, 1
Yeah.
year of Philadelphia sucks.
There's only
listen.
one option then. You have to go to Cleveland.
I think he does. Have to go to
Yeah,
Cleveland.
anything else is gonna be a nasty jersey.
I
It's
agree.
gonna
100%.
it's gonna be a cursed jersey. So if you want to avoid that, if you care more about the nasty jersey than the oral, then then go to Cleveland.
But let's be real though.
But if that's not the case,
If LeBron wants to win a championship and
Yeah.
he puts himself in the business of Joel
I'm going
Embiid,
to Dubai today. set up
gonna see the
set up the
LeBron
meeting on the
preserve?
jet right now.
Philly only makes sense if you think that's like we can win a championship. And
Yeah.
if they want to put their eggs in the Joel Embiid basket, they're lunatics as far as the best championship
Yeah.
opportunity. Like I would think if it's purely trying to win,
Mm-hmm.
like the Timberwolves is probably a more safe bet with just as high of a ceiling.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's the type of thing where I thought you were gonna say that's like the disgusting fit that
That's
like
disgusting.
throw aside narratives, throw aside legacy and story chapters, throw aside everything. That's a team where I'm like, oh, you'd make them amazing.
I don't know. I feel the same about those two teams, and I feel almost a little bit better with the Sixers because Maxey, all he does is play games. He played probably like the highest minutes in the entire NBA last year. Didn't really play 40 minutes a game. Didn't really miss too many games. VJ's young as hell, plays all the games. If there's one thing about Jaylen Brown that we know, he's mad durable. Of course, Joel Embiid is entirely different discussion. He's the complete opposite of what I'm saying right now. But hey, like the shooting that they have, the physicality that the team has, the speed between those two guards, and they have someone who can do a lot of like the in between stuff in Jaylen Brown too. I like that. I like that fit.
It's a lot of balls that need to be put in people's hands.
LeBron's gonna be a league playmaker and
defender?
35.
And
I
defender?
don't know about the defender part.
Well, somebody's got to do it. Joel Embiid was not defending like that anymore.
Listen, man.
I don't think that team would be close to the favorite in the East.
I don't
They'd
know.
be close. They'd be
Close.
I think they can get to that point. I want to see a low usage defender at the power forward with all those guys.
Is there any team in the league that Braun goes to right now that instantly becomes the favorite?
Not the favorite. I do think the Timberwolves could be like the best of tier 2. Like they're not going to be the Spurs or OKC Thunder. But like if you tell me they're the third best team in the West, like with a bullet, I can see that.
Does he
I
want
would-
to deal with the Ball family again?
I don't know.
With LeVar just talking out the side of his neck, I don't know, man.
You, close personal friend of
I'm not
LeVar
fucking
Ball.
good. I don't want that title.
Close personal friend of LeVar.
Good lord.
I do
homie,
like the
bro.
Philly fit way more. I think I do like the Philly fit more than the Timberwolves fit potentially. It's damn near talk to me.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
Why?
I don't want to see either of these, honestly. I kind of just want to see the Cavs personally. I kind of just want to do the like obvious thing.
Apparently, the Warriors stuff is losing traction because AD's not on the table anymore.
Yeah, and I agree. And you said the Unction. I like the Unction if they had AD.
Yeah.
Without it, I feel like it's kind of sad. I don't really want to see just him and Steph and Dre.
Dude, if I'm Draymond, I'm
Bro, they got
pissed.
Yaxel.
They do got Yaxo, who I do like a lot.
He is gonna be nice.
They got Unks everywhere. They got Al Horford still. Porzingis. Jimmy Butler's there.
I
He's
just
not
need to
gonna
see
be
that
there for
joint
8
tour, man.
months.
I just
That's-
need to see that joint tour.
We don't need you
Yeah.
for 8 months. We don't need you putting wear and tear on your body. Just get back to playing.
Yeah, and Jimmy Butler, who'll come back second half of the year. It'd be cool. Like, I'm not gonna be mad at it. I kind of just want to see Cleveland and make the rest work. Like, hope Harden takes a smaller deal. Maybe ship out Jared Allen and reconfigure the team a little bit spacing wise. Like, I kind of just want to see him go home and figure everything else out.
So I think like you've already done the Cleveland thing. What else is there to do in Cleveland? The one thing, if LeBron goes back to the Cavs and is able to overcome James Harden playoffs, listen, that's another notch on the belt.
Go.
If you can get to the conference, if you get to the finals, let's say, with a James Harden team at this point, I'll give you half a ring on your legacy.
Oh my god. Just
I'll
you
do it.
personally.
Just me personally, just the way that I see and
Yeah.
discuss. LeBron would have 4.5 rings.
Nice.
Okay. 4.5 rings.
I did,
It's-
I did
it's-
want
it's
to
up
bring
there.
this up. Apparently, if y'all didn't win, it would be a Nick right now, according to Rich Paul.
Bro, can you imagine
He's such a
replacing
liar.
Josh Hart in that connecting role as a forward that runs the transition, grabs
Jesus
rebounds
Christ.
with LeBron James?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Would be disgusting. Look at
But like we would have had to. This is the stupidest thing ever. Like in terms of like, oh man, like you should have seen it. We would have had to lose to see this. I don't care. I'm glad I got to see Josh Hart on my team and we win a championship. So
Josh
that's
Hart
cool.
wouldn't have gone anywhere. He would have been sixth man. So you could still have got Josh Hart. I get what you're saying, obviously. I get it.
Yeah.
But like, just imagine that basketball wise though. Like
that would be fun as fuck.
that would be.
It was still fun
crazy.
regardless.
How would
Yeah.
you defend that team?
I don't know. Go run it in 2K. Come back to me. let me know how it is.
You don't care about
See-
none of this.
Dude, we're champions now. We have the ring now.
He says this. I hear this and I'm like, then just go anyways.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Just go. Like, what do you have to?
Yeah.
If you're so worried about going to the champ, like you're above that, but you're not above like some other form of random team you're going to for ring chasing purposes. Like I don't know. It just feels like a silly line. I get it obviously because I understand the backlash that they're very cognizant of what will come when you're being LeBron James moving like Kevin Durant. I get it. I'm like, if you think it's cool, just do it.
and once
Yeah.
you make it public that you're willing to take the minimum for some teams, if that's truly on the table and everything's there, then yeah, it should. You're right. It should be still on the table now.
Because like, if it was like OKC or the Spurs, I can understand it. If he like didn't give a fuck about them and he was just like, I want to win, because we have the documented history of him just really wanting to play in New York, I wouldn't be mad at him going to there, even though they're the champions. Just because we've known it's a long time coming.
What if he still does it?
That'd be cool. We just hear it
That
in
would
the
be
next
lit
10
as
minutes.
hell. That would be cool as fuck. I would like that. Honestly, I wouldn't say I would like that more than the Warriors because there's something like very special in my heart to see an old Steph and Dre and LeBron together. That would be cool, but I don't hate it at all.
If Braun went to the Knicks, getting out the East again,
type.
it would happen. I think going up against OKC and San Antonio another year after they all level up like that would be tough. But
For the physicality of LeBron,
There's
OG Cat,
There's so much beefness there.
that's insane.
Jeez.
it would be a lot.
Yeah.
That's insane. We can't sleep on the
BFSO.
Timberwolves fit. I don't think he's going to goddamn Minnesota, but like that lineup would have a lead point guard, a superstar shooting guard that does everything you want a superstar shooting guard to do, an elite forward defender, one of the best playmakers of all time, and one of the best rim protectors of all time. How could you ask for anything more from a starting lineup than those things? Like that's an insane high level skill set at every single position, and it's a different high level skill set at every single position.
Apparently, these are the final six right now.
Per-
The only two we haven't really discussed are the Heat and the Nuggets.
Okay,
No one wants to see the Heat. Why would he,
So-
why would he be there?
I guess they'd be like Wiggins at the 2, LeBron's at 3, big starting lineup. At least
could see the
I've
vision.
always been curious about giant teams like that, like what the Jazz are about to do. So part of me is like, oh, that's cool. Let's see in this modern NBA, like how far we can lean into that type of like unique style of lineup configuration. If that was announced today, I wouldn't be like pissed at it, I guess.
Yeah, I can.
It'd
I
just be
can see
really
it.
mucky though. That's all. That's all it is for me.
I think
It's definitely a little strange.
for a lot of teams, it is super mucky. I do think there was somebody with the IQ of LeBron. It probably makes it a little bit less mucky, but it's not. Yeah, it's not my
Well,
favorite.
speaking of IQ, do you want to see him and Jokic together?
Also, cursed jersey, but like,
Horrible jersey, disgusting jersey to see him in.
bro,
Bron
if they
and
have
Ben.
Braun in the jersey with two
Please
numbers
stop.
on it.
Please stop. Please stop.
5280
Please stop.
Bron?
Please stop. Hell no. Please. Please stop.
Not even
Braun.
5280. The base white jersey is fucking
Disgusting.
ugly.
No.
That,
can't
that
happen.
font is terrible. Seeing LeBron, it looked like Paul Millsap. Ugh.
I'm gonna hunt down, bro. Hell no. I'm gonna hunt down Getty images and destroy all of them, bro.
Now-
Hell no.
I did look up. This is golf.com in 2015. They ranked the 50 states by their golfiness.
Okay.
Colorado's top 10.
Golf with the mountains behind you is pretty cool.
Okay.
If he likes that, if he likes that, he can get on the golf wave in Colorado.
He did have golf on the Dallas
Exactly.
on the whiteboard.
He's at altitude. His ball will travel further. His scores will probably be a little bit better.
Would they start LeBron at the 3? Or there's been trade rumors for Aaron Gordon. Is the idea you trade Aaron Gordon and upgrade on the perimeter, and then LeBron starts at your 4, and you have this insane tandem of passing talent?
Trading.
I feel like you got to keep Aaron
yeah,
around.
I think you have to. He's Mr. Nugget over there. I don't know if you.
Well, there's been rumors about it. 'Cause, they got to give up something in the weird
Yeah.
situation they're in. And I guess we can transition this into the Nuggets talk. The Nuggets are a second apron team, and it's been assumed that they are going to get out of the second apron by dumping Cam Johnson or Christian Brown to retain Peyton Watson. We got two reports. First, it is not a guarantee they duck the second apron. They might just pay Peyton Watson and just stay there and just say, we'll deal with the repercussions. This is our pretty loaded team. Or, yesterday a new report came that they do intend to match any offer sheet of Peyton Watson, but they're open to talking signing trade. So we have to read between the lines here and figure out what the bullshit is. My thought is they want to sign and trade him because they see what Walker Kessler got. And they don't want to be the second apron. And if they can't get 2 first-round picks for Peyton Watson, he's gone. And they're saying, well, we're actually okay with paying the second apron just so teams think they're serious and have to do a trade.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So if they were to sign a trade, who would be interested immediately?
Clippers and Hornets are the presumed teams. The Nets could also have cap space, so they could always be there.
Clippers would be nice. I love that for the Clippers.
Yeah, the Clippers can free up the space. They just dump Derrick Jones Jr. and a couple other small deals, and they can give him that $25 million offer sheet and whatever picks are needed in a sign and trade.
Okay. If he does end up with the Clippers, that just adds on to all like the slim players that they do have already within their lineup.
Yeah, it's a very skinny team. But like, I don't know. Then that screams you got to reroute Brandon Ingram, I guess. Because you can't start Ingram, Watson, and Rui.
Unless they want to like have King Walker come off the bench day one, which would make sense too.
They still have Benedict Matthews as a free agent, who they might keep him, and then Wagler's going to be off the bench regardless.
Yeah. Okay. I
Would
can
he?
see that.
So I'm hoping he's a Clipper because I don't want Derrick Jones Jr. to have to be dumped so he can be a Laker. That's my hope right now. But the Hornets is also a team that can make sense.
I think
I can see the Hornets too.
yeah, having some size and some more versatility on the wing if you're Charlotte.
Brooklyn, obviously. All these teams will have forwards already, so they have to make a move after that. If you're a team, do you want to pay Peyton Watson $25 million a year plus trade a pick or two to get him?
Probably,
That's a lot.
yeah, probably not. I would be more inclined to do that if I was Denver, just because I feel more comfortable with Watson, just because he's been in the building. I've watched him progress, but I'm not going out of my way to pay somebody $30 million and do that.
It's probably 25 personally.
Because even like the Lakers, you give up assets, you give Walker Kessler this amount of money. That's essentially the range that you think Peyton Watson is going to perform at. I'm not really, unless you have a dire need of forward, I'm not doing that.
The only team that I could like, you can like convince me to do it, but even then, I don't know if I love the fit. Is if the Pistons wanted to give up a couple of young players, Ron Holland and whoever else you can think of.
You giving up on Ron?
Yeah, for Watson, sure, why not? Because I think Watson's obviously he's like a couple of years ahead of his development. He's been building on a jump shot and the creation and all that. And the bet on is for him to develop not necessarily into an all-star, but like an ultra valuable role player. Still, you don't lose on any defense as well. I think I like that a lot.
Yeah. So that's one of the biggest questions left the offseason, obviously, outside LeBron. Do the Denver Nuggets stay in the second apron, which has huge implications to their flexibility outside of Peyton Watson? Pay him and just have a crazy cap sheet. Yeah. Not dump Christian Brown, not dump Cam Johnson, and just say, this is our team. Kroenke, get ready to open that goddamn wallet.
You better get ready to make the conference finals. Going into the second apron, if you lose in the first round again.
I know.
Peyton Watson's a clutch client, by the way. We tell Rich Paul, I'm going to give him his 25, stay in the second apron. LeBron comes. We have so many forwards. We're so deep. Maybe we're a package deal. Maybe that could work.
Package deal.
Start LeBron's at 3, and off the bench you have Peyton Watson and Cam Johnson.
That's disgusting.
You're deep as hell.
You're cooking there.
That's a lot of good wings for 48 minutes. Aaron Gordon could be load managed all year at that point.
He's probably not going to Denver though.
Yeah, that's
Probably not. He's going to the Cavs.
I'd assume so.
That's just. It feels a little bit anticlimactic.
Does it?
For him to go back to the Cavs, just because.
If I told you they traded Harden the next day, then what?
Yeah,
I
I feel so much better about that.
I would feel better.
Treating Harden like
Harden just feels like a big ass like cloud over the organization. Honestly,
they could give him a deal and move him at the deadline, maybe.
for who?
Anybody?
Who wants him? I guess.
And James Harden. If there's one thing we've learned, James Harden keeps a market.
True.
Some team out there is always gonna want James Harden.
Which
The Kings.
Like maybe. Who's to say the Magic don't want a point guard at the deadline? You can flip him for Suggs, who's also flawed in his own ways. Like there's always a market for James Harden. It seems.
Yeah.
He just got to sell someone on a dream. That's all he needs to do.
Yeah, and
As
he's
long
gonna
as the
give
dream
you.
He
is
does that very well.
James Harden's good to give you a dream every year. He'll have
Yeah.
a couple months where that dream is alive and well.
I can fix him.
come
Exactly.
on, man. What are we doing? So I would feel better about it if they traded Harden away.
Okay.
It would still feel anticlimactic though, but only because again we've done this before, and I don't know if they're gonna win they're not winning a title with or without Harden.
But is there any team they're gonna win a title with LeBron right now? The Nuggets and
if he ring chases, yeah,
like what's the ring? OKC?
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Do you think he's trying to win a ring next year?
Yes, but I also think he knows reality.
Yeah.
But I do think they've said as much that they're focused on trying to, compete for a high level basketball. I do think that's true. But there's certain realities where he knows he's not going to the Thunder or Spurs, so he's not going to be like a favorite. But I do think if it's up to him, his mindset as a player is I still want to win.
Yeah. Okay.
Does Rich Paul give a fuck about that? Probably not.
Yeah.
So it's his job to balance the realities there.
If he is able to get a ring in his last year, that would be a storybook ending. But can't really force it.
What if he goes he goes super nasty? He goes to Boston.
No, hell no. He can never do that.
Why not?
That's where I'm like,
Why not?
I can't do that. They still. You told me the other day, Brian, that they still sell fuck LeBron shirts outside of every single game.
Yes.
Can't do that.
Brian
That-
on camera?
Yes.
I wasn't gonna acknowledge.
Brian was kind of crazy. I just want to. But yeah,
Brian
they
on
still have like LeBron's a bitch shirts
He's
outside.
straight
With a mom. We got a whole lot of aliases up here.
I do, man. Some people think my name's Benji.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of tough.
Yeah.
You ever presented as a Benji?
It was a nickname that stuck on another podcast. It just Benji.
You
Oh,
was
you
a
said-
flex on motherfuckers on that other show.
Oh, you said Omar called you
Flex on.
Benjamin?
All of them did
Uh,
for like a couple years to the point where some people actually thought my name was Benji.
Easy thing to believe. If someone calls you Benjamin, why would I think it's a lie? It's
Yeah.
just
you
a
do
regular
look like a
name.
Benjamin.
What does that mean?
I don't know. You just look like a Benjamin. The name like kind of fits you.
You are giving Benjamin.
Not Brian?
Definitely not Brian.
Okay.
I can work too.
Would you be upset if your name was Benjamin?
Not really, no. It's just not my name.
Did you guys ever want a different name growing up?
No,
Not in any serious way, I don't think.
not in any serious way. So that means you kind of thought about it.
Yeah, as a kid, I was like, what is my name? Do I like my name? Like as like a
Yeah.
7-year-old? But
Yeah.
I've never, as a point where I'm conscious and have actual thoughts about things like that, I never thought about it really. I remember being like, why can't I have a cool name like Zach? I was like 6.
Zach just says Z.
So I'm in the first grade. I wish my name was Zach. Next question that we're still waiting on. Anybody have one? What's the
I have
big
a
thing on your
question,
mind?
and bro, you mentioned the word upset. I've been so irritated just because I felt like this team is holding not in the entire league in hostage, but this team has many pieces that are mad interesting and could be adding value to so many other organizations. Are the Pelicans dead ass? Are you serious right now? You've made no moves this offseason. You damn near lost 60 games last year.
Hold on, we got a new report.
What is it?
They're being reasonable. They no longer need 4 first-round picks for Trey Murphy. They said, fine. I'll be normal. I'll give you guys a reasonable demand. 3 first-round picks for Trey Murphy.
Fine. I'll go down to 3.
Twist my arm.
What is wrong with them?
They're not dead ass, like you said. They're serious.
They're gonna
Wasn't there a
get-
report that like the Knicks were hell bent on getting one of their centers?
Yeah,
they
they
wanted-
try to get
yeah.
East Messi.
Yeah.
And they rebuffed them multiple times and said, get out my phone. We're keeping Missy. Because they are a terrible team that has 10 untouchable players. As you would expect from a terrible team, right?
This
We're keeping all of
course.
our players.
Of
It
course.
worked out well last year.
this is terrible too because they're gonna get probably like 2 first-round picks for Trey Murphy, and they're gonna be like, boy, did we scam the league? We started at 4 because we know that we would have to negotiate down to 2. This is all part of our plan. This is really just good business, you know? And it's like, come on, man. You could have just been straight up from the jump and just had for 2 first-round.
What is wrong with Joe Dumars?
Know what's wrong with him? He has the big
He's
yellow book.
75.
And he has the yellow book. How to negotiate for dummies. Ask high, negotiate down. I'm going to kill him with this one. They never seen a GM move like this.
Oh my god, bro.
Imagine negotiating your salary. Start at $800K. You know what I'm saying? Let's just start here. Mind you're actually worth like 80.
I fear that he doesn't even have like people's contacts or like up to date emails. His ass be operating off of phone books and shit still.
This is like a Malcolm in the Middle plot where Mal goes for her first job interview and he's like, $1 million is my first offer. It's a sitcom plot.
We'll offer you 85. Yes. I
Deal.
got 5K more than what I'm actually valued. All right.
Sold. The art of the deal.
It's so dumb.
We're going to take Sam
So
Hauser 2
annoying.
picks.
It's so dumb. And for them, like, they we talk so much about like direction for certain teams. The press conference last year, we really could not overstate how bad that was for them to make the moves that they did in the draft, and then for Joe Dumars at the start of the year when they asked about playoffs, and he was like, "Oh, we're actually several steps away, and we're still building." And then for them to have the year that they just had, and still have all these untouchable players. What the hell are y'all doing? What are y'all talking about?
No, what are you building?
This was in the replies, by the way.
Best I can do is Corey Kispert, Buddy Hield, and the worst the Pels and Bucks next year. And it shows the guys from Pawn Stars. Yeah, man, I don't know
hate
what they're
these
doing.
guys, man. They're just so annoying.
They bother me a lot.
And it seems like they fully got, not necessarily scammed, because DeJounte Murray was hurt off the Achilles. That's so crazy. And he did perform really well towards the end of the year, and he did give them like a spark of life. And I guess he like just swindled everyone in that roster and that organization to be like, damn, man, if he was healthy all year, this is the leader who changed everything. He can go ahead and put all the soldiers in line. He will make Derek Queen play better defense. Wildly frustrating team.
Yeah, I don't care about them at all, actually. And I'm wondering why we're talking about them.
All right, cool.
I just want to honestly trade players so I don't have to talk about them and talk about the other good players on other teams that could do something special.
I did want to bring this up. Post NBA Finals, we were talking about Mitch Johnson and his coaching job. Billy Donovan has agreed to become the lead assistant coach for the San Antonio Spurs.
Good for him. Replaces Sweeney. Solid hiring by the Spurs.
Mitch Johnson. Better
Yo,
watch
he's so
out, buddy.
respected. Okay.
What does that mean?
What is it? What conspiracy you have?
Nothing.
Mitch on the hot seat. Ooh.
Nah.
I mean, listen. It wasn't. It wasn't the best show.
No. That's not even a conversation, bro. Please.
That's definitely a conversation if he does poorly.
I do think so.
Hot seat.
For everything that you just said. If this was anybody else, I think I wouldn't think too much of it. But because Billy Donovan keeps himself a job and keeps himself a head coaching position specifically, I think that the Spurs have shown that they are extremely patient. But bringing somebody in like Billy Donovan with the amount of experience, if things start to go wrong, not that he's going to get fired in like the middle of the season or anything. I don't think things are going to go like that haywire. But it is.
You better lock in.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Hey, lock in, Mitch.
Got that heat on you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got that red beam on your back.
And his
I
name's
guess.
Billy.
It's not nothing. It's not nothing.
I guess so.
It's nothing until it's something.
Exactly.
Other question for this offseason.
I have a question.
Let me know.
Who's taking jumpers for the Heat?
I also wrote heat shooting question mark.
Yeah.
Does it exist?
If I was a Miami Heat fan, I would be so unbelievably pissed off knowing that Anthony Simons went for just $6 million a year. Like, that's another additive shooter you could have got.
Problem is he doesn't
just for
defend.
free.
I think a lot of these teams, he's kind of the poster boy for these type of players we're talking about that like can't play in the playoffs these days.
But that's also
But if you're Miami,
Yeah.
you can fix players like that. You've done it time and time again.
Can
before.
you?
We're talking about all the shooting.
If we're talking about playoffs and if we're talking about them when it comes to shooting, beggars can be choosers.
Yeah.
And I think for them to go into the season with Tim Hardaway Jr. being your best jump shooter, I
That
think
part doesn't bother me.
like we're talking. If you're talking about guys that can't play in the playoffs, I think that Tim Hardaway Jr. has a track record of not having the most outstanding playoff performances, throughout his career. I would like for there to either be more volume of shooters or people that you trust a little bit more. And the last 2 years, he shot 31% 2 years ago in the playoffs in Detroit. He shot 35% from three last year. Those are not the numbers, mind you, when he's shooting 40% from three in the regular season. The drop-off is very stark with Tim Hardaway Jr. And if you have Bam, you have Davion Mitchell, you have Giannis, the three-point shooting in a 7-game series is not there.
Who's their backup center?
Their backup center right now is you speak.
Don't answer. It doesn't exist.
No, that's not true. That's Big Bobby.
Big Bobby's the backup center.
Big Bobby.
Sick.
He's holding it down.
Yeah.
13 minutes a game.
Our backup power forward, and I guess our starting power forward are our backup center.
I forget
right
they
now.
did resign Simone Fontecchio.
Yeah.
Who's the
Plot
sniper?
twist. They're not actually looking for shooters. They're looking for DeMar DeRozan.
They're looking for him
It's so, bro.
This is their solution.
as a norm power replacement. Another perimeter shot creator.
Wait, scroll down just a little bit because all we see is his braids.
There he is.
Feel better now?
Yeah. It was just funny.
He wanted to see DeMar so bad. They miss him.
I forgot what he looked like. Been in Sacramento all year. Forgot.
I haven't watched him play a meaningful game in 3 years.
It's a lot. I think putting DeMar DeRozan on this Heat team spiritually is exactly what they want to do. I think it is a bad decision.
You think the Heat are one of those anti-analytics teams?
100% they are.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
The Heat? No, they're very cutting edge.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Look at all these fucking second-round picks they found. You find these type of guys with analytics.
I think they find
Spoelstra
them
might.
based off of how hard you work.
No,
I think Spoelstra might, but Pat Riley may not. Spoelstra just got to work with what he's given.
Yeah. Well, I think they're a team that has an actual like built out front office though. I don't think they're not like the Lakers where it's just GM and coach go fucking figure it out. I think they're a well built out organization.
They do obviously have an analytics department, but I think at the end of their analytics scheme or whatever, they call up Pat Riley and just have those guys run up hills, see who run the fastest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Their roster's incomplete, and like it's kind of like the Lakers where they make these big moves and they're incomplete because of it. Maybe it's just because I follow the Lakers news more than the Heat, but like I see the path towards the Lakers figuring it out and like knowing what their goal is here with the Kuminga thing and a Tybal or whatever. I don't know what they're gonna do to get backup center. The Heat. I don't know what they're gonna do to get a shot creator you like on the perimeter.
Well, their second free agency is coming up in a week. Summer League starts a week from today.
True.
Find your gems.
That is they're walking in there like just like it's a thrift store, and they're like, "Oh, I'm about to find some stuff today."
Yeah.
But
Send
some
a million
Heat.
scouts
Yeah.
to watch every single game.
Yeah, the thrift store just got restocked. Like, hey man,
Yeah.
I'm getting fits off today.
Yeah.
And
This shit vintage to 28-year-old who's never played in the league.
this is archival.
It's Kevin Knox. It's James Wiseman.
Yeah,
Fuck.
There's some shit they don't even know about.
I could work with this.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I guess the other big question we have to talk about: what's gonna happen with Jalen Duren, man? Still a restricted free agent. It's probably one of the ones that drag for a long time. They're gonna pay him. I assume he's gonna be on this team. Is that a guarantee though at this point? Are they just gonna play hardball and just like fuck him, and he's just gonna not get his money and just like deal with it?
I mean, honestly, I think that's one of the only avenues that they do have of getting better. They're probably going to wait, and they're probably going to try to humble Jalen Duren. My question was as well, similar to Jalen, or along the same lines as Jalen Duren, was with the Pistons. Are they in the business of being better? Like they did go ahead and sign John Collins, but outside of that, like they didn't do a damn thing. They extended Kevin Huerter for multiple years for no reason at all. Like he's such a forgettable player when it comes to their organization. So it's like I don't know what they're trying to do.
Build from within.
Stops and starts.
Build from within.
With Jalen
Build
Duren,
continuity. But yeah, replacing Tobias Harris with John Collins. I don't know, lateral move, I guess.
Cool.
I mean,
Apparently,
maybe
there's some interest with KD being on the team.
it's Brett
I-
Siegel. Next report.
Okay, no. Not
the guy who
timeline
blocked you?
certified.
Certified
no.
yapper.
yeah. I think he will be on the team. I think this is going to be probably like a DeAndre Ayton situation a couple years ago, where they didn't want to give Ayton the money, but it would be bad business to just let him walk for nothing when you have the ability to re-sign him, when you have his rights. So they'll probably match whatever offer sheet. He'll play it another year. If he can bounce back in the playoffs and he lives up to the money, then they'll keep him. If not, then they'll probably look to trade him, get some assets back, and then move forward from there. But I don't think it would be smart for them to just be like, you know what, we don't think you're worth this money. Bye.
Yeah,
when you have the ability to retain him on your team.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they were another question for me, because I'm looking at them and thinking about the offseason, where everybody starts to rank and stuff. I don't think it's a guarantee that they are a top 6 team next year. I don't think that's set in stone.
Top 6, you said?
Yeah.
I think they'll be top 6. I think.
I don't think
All right, which teams you feel better about?
it's set in stone. I mean, New York, just in the mix. New York, Boston, Cleveland, Toronto, the Sixers, Miami.
Indiana's gonna be good.
Indiana's back. Like the East gets very crowded very, very quickly. And so if you're a team that you took this leap because not only did Cade get better, but also Jalen Duren made this All NBA leap. And if he's potentially not there, or if he's potentially in a bad mood and that affects everything that you guys did last year, I think that like 60 wins is a lot for them to be pacing for, and for them to be at the top of the league for a majority of the year with a team that can't shoot is super, super weird.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of teams can potentially jump up and get them. We make fun of y'all all the time, Atlanta, just because they're perpetually 5, 6, 7 seed. I think that
we're gonna be better next year.
Okay.
Maybe not like anything worth like noticing, but we could win like 47, 48 games.
Okay.
Next year. And everybody be like,
Okay, like
for like the average fan, being honest.
Does Orlando play better with a little bit more synergy and a new coach?
Yeah.
I think Detroit it's not easy and it's not sweet for them. And I do think that they need this lineup right here with Paul Reed as your starting center. Obviously, like if they do lose Duren, then they will go out and make some other moves. But it's not the best situation.
I hate people do this. The end of free agency day one. What a useless idea. Like, who cares? It's not gonna be the team.
Just a progress report.
Yeah. I think they kind of view Okori as changing their lives, from what I've gathered from hearing Pistons fans.
I forgot they drafted him.
They think he's gonna be an NBA ready contributor day one. That's gonna be the on-ball creator and juice they need off the bench as another guard that can, if he's really good, close games with Cade, potentially as 2 lethal weapons out there. Okay.
Like, and I get
That's
it.
disappointing.
Like older rookie, but we're just gonna ask this rookie to step in and instantly.
He is perfectly equipped scheme-wise for what they need, so it's tough. I mean, he's not even older; he's 19. It's tough to bank on a rookie in any way as like your main offseason addition. But on top of
he's
continuity,
19. I don't know why I thought he was like 21.
because he averaged like 1 million points, so you just assumed he did that as a senior. Yeah, he averaged 25 points per game, and he went to Stanford. That screams like 4th-year transfer. That sentence I just said.
Yeah.
But no, he's 19. I suppose you can bank on Jalen Duren getting even better in his second year as a star, learning from that playoff experience. Hopefully, Asar Thompson continues to develop offensively, gives you more. Ron Holland develops offensively, gives you more. Both already amazing defenders. There's enough there in terms of upward momentum that I can see why they're not panicking and they're not doing too much too fast. But you're definitely right. There's definitely a world in which they should have done a little more. They should have went out and found their heart and signing Caruso.
Bro, Kawhi's here in the conference.
Kawhi's in the conference. And he's talking extension talks today. Talking to the Raptors this week about an extension.
My goodness.
Kawhi's here to stay.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I'm nervous. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous about Detroit.
I have another question too. Not really as important, but I'm just curious to see what the fuck is going on because we did mention this team a lot in like trade talks and potentially shaking shit up in the offseason. Orlando, they haven't done a damn thing other than cut Jonathan Isaac and then sign him again, and then they also let Mo Wagner leave.
I
So
was
it's like,
scared that I'm glad
what's
they
going
signed
on?
Jonathan Isaac back. I was terrified that Rob Pelinka was going to call his phone day one of free agency. That was such a Rob Pelinka ass move to sign a guy who used to be really good.
Yeah.
Thank God he's back with the Magic. Keep him away from me.
Oh, they re-signed Vucevic. Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, they got Vucevic back. That's your answer. They got Big Vooch back.
I guess, man.
Yeah, apparently nothing. They're banking on continuity. They said our starting lineup when playing was analytically extremely high level. Let's see what that has. And that was ironic.
Yeah.
Unironically, the net rating was crazy with their starting 5. So I guess
It's a
they're
bad offseason for that.
let's give him one more year to see if we can keep these guys together and build on that. I guess I understand that, right? Like, what would you want them to do? Like, what's the panic move you want to see them do? Like, they expended all their picks for Bane. You don't want to necessarily throw whatever little picks and swaps you have left. Do you want to ship out Suggs? I know he had
you know the move.
What's the move?
Do what the Hornets did and trade Paolo. Like that's the
The only thing is LaMelo's not Paolo. Paolo's not LaMelo.
Different type
It's
of
just-
concerns. Like,
But also, they
Yeah.
don't have that con that the Hornets have. Like
Franz.
that next dude.
Franz is waiting to be that con.
Possibly.
The difference is I think you can sell yourself on shipping your star out to the fans when it's an injury concern thing above all else. If I just say this guy won't be there, Paolo is just like ability, and you
Yeah.
can always sell yourself the next year's year he makes a leap. So it's pretty hard to look a Magic fan in the eye and say we don't believe in him when he's young enough that you can still have faith in momentum.
yeah. That's for all the reasons that you said, they kind of just stuck. And so I think it's a play on continuity, but also at the same
Told you,
time,
man.
it's like
Draft night, I said
we
he's
really
Reggie
have no
Jackson every
choice.
way.
Like they don't have any other choice but to bet on continuity.
Yeah, is that where you get rid of a very valuable player? That's a huge part of why that starting lineup was so successful.
Yeah.
Like everybody says, trade Suggs. He was so bad offensively. I would be terrified of trading Suggs and he becomes Derek White for somebody else. That's
That's exactly what's going to
that
happen.
would haunt me at night.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden he starts shooting 36% from three every year, and it's like, oh wow, I let him go for Romeo Langford.
Tough. Yeah.
Romeo Langford.
That's what the Spurs got for
Hell
him.
yeah.
Wow. Man.
And some picks. I forget what the exact package was, but that was the headliner. I'd be terrified of being the Spurs. Next news story.
I don't know what that was.
Other question I have written down. OKC is, as currently constructed, going to be in the second apron. Do they want that? I think you can stay in the second apron. You're allowed. People treat it like you have to duck it. You don't. But next year they will certainly be in it when the extensions kick in. So this is like your last year before Shea starts making $70 million a year.
Jesus Christ.
That you can duck out of it and avoid it being a repeat thing. Because the more years you're in it, the more harsh penalties you get. It would stand to reason that they should duck out of it this year. There's been no rumors at all, really, about a Lou Dort dumping, which has been the assumption.
Yeah.
It was that or get rid of Rich Williams, Sorber, and Topic. They just re-sign Williams to a pay upgrade. He gets $5 million a year now instead of 2.5. So that suggests they're not doing that. It really kind of is dump Lou Dort or stay in the second apron. We've heard nothing about it.
Bro, who are their owners? Ah, damn.
Someone
Infinite
Bam.
money spreads.
My
I like
God.
it. I love it, man. Standing on something you believe in. Standing on like rare, arguably like, yeah, very rare like camaraderie between all your players. You have a special unit. You've won before. Health, in my opinion, completely derailed your championship odds, specifically against the Spurs. I like it. I fuck with it heavy.
I like it too in theory, but it's not even always a cheap thing, you know? We always like the Knicks, it's always a cheap thing to people, but like there's real harsh outcomes of being in the second apron. And I don't know if Lou Dort is worth that.
I don't know either, but
yeah.
they have all the picks in the world to like
And
help
that's why.
aid that relief, honestly. That's
Yeah.
the main thing for me.
And they're going to be in it regardless, like you said, and they'll have the picks there. But I think if you can put off that repeater tax, like it's just smart, I think.
For
Unless
us-
you think Lou Dort like makes it meaningfully more difficult to win a championship, which I don't know if that's the case.
Nah.
I mean, the ability to go out and get other players is obviously like one of the biggest issues with the second apron. You lose a whole bunch of like avenues to do that, whether it be in the buyout market, the mid-level exception, right? Using trade, using like
You can't aggregate salaries.
yeah, using cash and trades, all this other stuff. But they have two guys that they basically redshirted in Topic and Sorber. Mara is you just got Hartenstein back again, and you drafted Mara. Like you have three guys, you have three centers on your team that could be the center of the future. I think they're okay to try it out. And if after this year things once again don't go the way that they go, everybody can leave. And you can start to shake up your team after that.
Yeah, but that's not really the question though, because next year they will be in the second apron. Like no doubt about it, they're going to be a second apron team next year. So there's no shaking it up after this year. Like you're going to be in the second apron, and like you said, they have their future pieces that they've positioned themselves well. It's just you will be in it next year. Is Lou Dort single-handedly worth being repeater taxed 1 year earlier and it becoming that much more difficult to manage?
In the Spurs series, he averaged 4 points, 3 fouls a game, shot 20% from 3-point line, 34% from the field.
Damn.
Is that worth it?
I don't know.
Overall, he had a down year, and he shot like 30% from the field this year as a whole for the regular season. Now, of course, he was like injured and in and out the lineups here and there, but
I would
is it
trade the
worth
hell out
it?
of him. I would trade the hell out of him.
Yeah. In the Spurs series, even defensively too, which is like his main calling card, he was so like his presence was not there because he would just get blown by every single time by all these quick ass guards. So I would trade him too.
He can go be a Hornet. He can go some team that needs culture. Give me a cool little $5 million contract. You can have him.
Yeah.
So we think
He's not
that
worth
he's done because the 2 years prior, shot 41% from three last year, 39% the year before, and then obviously the down year this year. Are we just we're over the Lou Dort experience?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, like, if the Lakers got him, I'd be happy because the defense, like, I'd be cool, you know? So I don't think he's a useless player. I just think when they have Jada and AJ Mitchell who can start at those spots and,
Exactly.
like, run their double bigs, that they're not reliant on his defense in any way, that because of the tax realities. If there was no second apron, I'd say keep him, pay the money, whatever. But I think he's expendable in a way that makes it worth it for them specifically to not need him.
I think there's so many teams that could use someone like a Lou Dort. Like I'll argue if the Cavs were in the business for LeBron James, they could use someone like Lou Dort. And I know they have like restrictions with themselves, but I'm just saying, team of that mold, they could use Lou Dort.
Yeah, if they were to dump Jared Allen for a cheaper contract and get some picks back, they can get Lou Dort and LeBron.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, I guess so. I think part of it, I think Dort also allows them to like load manage Caruso throughout the year, and you have this other wing that you can play, all the time. But we've talked a lot about them switching up the really identity of this team and a more offensive slanted team. And if you do get rid of Dort, then you have the ability to do that. You are a little bit more flexible, and you're showing everybody that this is what you want to be. I'm kind of like a Lou Dort supporter. I'm not gonna say fan, but like I kind of rock with Lou Dort a little bit.
What a sentence.
And
Got
yeah,
the t-shirt on.
Listen,
I kind of rock a Lou
Fucked
Dort.
up in the club, my Lou Dort jersey.
dirty as hell, but I don't hate him on this team. I think that it's actually okay.
The Milwaukee Bucks just put out a statement about the trade of Giannis. Hey, B-Soul, you want a reading challenge?
Oh, God.
It's long. It's long.
Where is it?
I said to the chat.
A reading challenge.
It's a lot of words.
Ooh, hell no.
Wait, show the screen.
Hell no. What the fuck?
Okay.
What?
Hell nah.
Now the first one is the owner's statement and then the GM statement.
Was that too aggressive of a reaction? I think I was ducking this fuck a little too much there.
So there's an owner statement and a GM statement. Want to read the owner's one?
Oh, God. Where is it? Right here? Okay. From delivering a championship to transforming our franchise, Giannis's impact on the Milwaukee Bucks is lasting and profound. We are incredibly grateful for what has been a remarkable and historic journey together. For 13 seasons, Giannis gave everything to this organization and inspired our city with his relentless drive, humility, and heart. He grew into one of the greatest players in the world while becoming an integral part of the Milwaukee community. More importantly, Giannis represented this organization with authenticity, character, and deep commitment to the people of Milwaukee.
Is that it?
There's a lot more,
It's so
W's in
long.
the chat.
It's
W's in
just
the
nonsense.
but kind of peaked right there in terms of my reading. So
Yeah,
I'm
that was
gonna
good.
leave on a high note.
Pop your shit, man.
That
I'm
was
leave
good.
on a high note.
Salute.
Who got next?
Oh, that being said, that is the end of this episode. If you're still here, comment 1 to 10. How good did B-Soul just read that? I bet I see 10s. I bet I see 10s in the comments.
I'm not gonna lie. Anything less than a 9, you're hating.
I agree.
That was perfect reading.
It is the summer. We are doing reading comprehension tests every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
We're back in summer school, guys.
We actually need to give it to our viewers for real, bro.
Yep. And on Thursday, we make Donovan read Shakespeare in his original text of Middle English. Not Middle English, but Old Victorian English.
You got to bring the Shakespeare fit too.
Ooh, what if we made you read actual Middle English, like back from the 1400s?
I'm cooked.
The fuck?
I
I'm
wouldn't even
cooked.
know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But I'll bring Hamlet.
Okay.
I read Hamlet.
Did you read a translation today or the original?
Probably the translation. I read it in like 11th grade.
Okay. Because they have like No Fear Shakespeare.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, no, okay. I don't remember hearing that term. I did not read that.
Okay, yeah, that's like it's still like the fluffy language, but
Yeah.
it's translated to today's speak. So it's not like twas and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
That shit was cooking me in high school, man.
Sometimes I can read it, obviously, but a lot of times I'm like, it just goes through one ear out the other. I
I
got
have to
really
do
lock
so
in.
much rereading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta be like, wait, what the fuck? I'm so focused on saying the words and recognizing them that I gotta look back and be like, what did I just take in?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Middle English?
I haven't seen it. I've heard of it.
It's
though.
been over like damn near 10 years since I've seen it.
I don't know if you've ever seen it. Like, that's not something you see in school.
Yeah.
Like that's like 1400s, the shit they were saying.
Because
Then
that's,
you reread it.
that's,
He
that's
did
what we were
what?
saying. Yeah. Because when we were reading Shakespeare, everybody just said, "Oh, like it's so hard to read this Old English," and my English teacher was like, "Y'all don't know what like Old English actually is.
Yeah.
It's not a common thing."
Yeah, you can read stuff from like 1100. And you're just like, what is this? It basically looks like you're reading a different language. Like you're reading German today or something.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, I'm actually curious now. I'm actually
Yeah.
curious.
Let's look up one Middle English passage and see if we can read it out. We just type in Middle English reading test.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, it's the off season.
Middle English.
Practice test, middle English reader. Oh, I hope it's not middle school.
maybe not. But it's been a while because even in like we read Shakespeare, I think in 11th grade, and then I think I read it in 9th grade as well. Maybe like
All right,
another.
man, I can't even read these.
Another
words for
version
real.
of that.
Where do you? I'm trying to find one. I can't see a good passage. To read.
Yeah, like these passages and stuff.
It's just a Kahoot.
Cool. I'll keep getting middle school English. Okay, I found one. Biffle that in that cessin on a day in Southwark as the tabard as I lay, ready to wend in on my pilgrimage to Canterbury with full devout courage. And it's spelled Corage for courage.
Wait, start that sentence again.
To Canterbury with full devout courage.
Oh no, the start of the passage. You said Biffle something?
Biffle that. I think Biffle is before.
You sound like E40.
Biffle that. In the season on the day in Southwark at the tavern.
I thought he was rapping Blueface.
Dude, E40 in Southwark at the tavern that I lay.
E40 would kill this.
Ready to win it on my pilgrimage to Canterbury. With the I think it's the poem. Yeah, it rhymes. At night was coming. I gotta send you this so you can pull it up. The spelling is crazy.
The fuck does biffle mean?
He's still stuck.
I'm assuming it's before in context. Because before that, in that season on a day, I think is what it's saying. Fellowship is FELAWSHIPE. So I don't know how you pronounce that. It's probably not fellowship.
It's probably
it's a different language.
intertwined with some like German or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's
honestly.
basically what it is.
Yeah.
Shout out Middle English to end this episode.
Type shit.
Shout out E40 rapping in Middle English.
Hey, our test coming next week.
Biffle that. I'll see y'all on
He'd be
Thursday.
so good.
What is this? Biffle? Oh, that's not how it's spelled. Okay. We'll see y'all on Thursday.